Okay. Here's how Chapter 4 is going to work.
Please tell me.
Chapter 4, it goes through many ups and downs, story-wise, and these are for the positive. Now, at the end of Chapter 3, we were told, get out of the city, you're ruining everything. And this is one plot point that I really like in Ultra Despair Girls. I like the point where halfway through the game, we get a point to where the children are like, okay, you're ruining everything, can you please leave? And it's actually desperation. Another thing we are going to get in this chapter is character development. And besides that, yes. You're going to get character development. That precious character development you wanted last chapter, you're going to get it here.
No, I don't think I'm going to care at this point.
The problem with that character development point...
Of course there's a caveat!
No, the caveat is the fact that it took this long to get there.
Please, I'm begging you. Please
like,
leave.
the fact that it happens is actually really good when it happens, and it works really well when it happens.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
He's kneeling on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be like,
I'm serious.
There's water and everything.
He wasn't exactly talking at that point. He was just like, please get the fuck out. Hey, look at that.
Hey, alright. Now get the hell out of here and end this game.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
Nagisa, if you do this, you're gonna make Monica super sad.
Nobody cares.
I know that, but it has to be done. Monica has high expectations of me.
Another point I want to bring up, and it's actually going to happen at the end of this episode, is Danganronpa has a writing style that it takes one point and then it just blows it up to 150%. Like, that actually, basically everybody's super high school level ability, that is taking one thing and blowing it up to 150%. The points with all the kids and the different types of abuse they've had to go through, that's what I consider taking a plot point and blowing it up to 150 to sometimes 200%. And you're really going to see it in this one, because Nagisa's going to be our kid of Chapter 4. And his story is actually somewhat relatable to people. Everybody has high expectations of him. They want him to do good. Well, let's blow that up to 150%, and you're going to see how it just overdoes it in this one. And I think it actually works for this kid.
Don't follow us.
We'll see about that.
You don't want Monica to hate you, do you?
It's unfortunate that we're getting to these points that I rather like, even though I know it's being blown out of proportion. Yeah, of course that has to happen. But we're actually getting to the points, hey, I like that. How many chapters are we in? Oh, 4 out of 5? Great.
It's like crawling through a tunnel full of broken glass and used needles. And, oh, a cupcake! And then more broken glass and used needles to go on through.
It's like a saw trap, except none of the traps kill you. They just give you prizes on the way.
That kid.
Yeah, Jigsaw just sits in front of you while you're chained into a chair, strapped in. He just goes, "Does this bug you? Does this bug you? I'm not touching you."
I'm just thinking the latest Jigsaw trap is going to be the Twinkie on the end of the stick, and the person's not smart enough to figure out how to get it.
Or like that trick where, you're sitting in a chair and someone puts their finger on your forehead and it's like, without using your arms, try and get up. Yeah, I can't.
No. Eventually, Jigsaw's going to get to the point where one of the traps is going to be stop hitting yourself, and it's just it's like an old Looney Tunes machine where it's just punching gloves on like a spinner or something like that.
Either that, or by the time we get to like Saw 23, someone's strapped in a chair again. Director just comes out and just, fuck it, just shoots him in the head.
I think.
Sorry, ran out of ideas.
I could have sworn they did that at one point, because didn't Saw 2 have the old-fashioned gun in door peephole?
No, I didn't see any of them.
Oh, they're bad. Like, the first one's pretty decent, but everything else is just garbage. I don't know about Saw anymore. Like, apparently Jigsaw was pretty good because 7 sucked a big fat one.
Well, I think, as I recall, everything past 3 sucked a big fat one.
Why are you attacking me?
They did. But I'm meaning, like, sucking the biggest fat one is what 7 did. It's extremely bad.
I tell you, though, I really don't like the torture porn genre. So maybe that's why I don't like Danganronpa.
Thankfully, it doesn't get that bad, at least in my opinion.
Die, let him die, let him die, let him die!
Yeah, here's another plot point I think is good in the game's favor. Somebody caught Nagisa being a traitor, and they're going to treat him as such. They're going to try and kill him. Not the entire chapter isn't like this, and there is actually one episode that is 100% puzzle solving, and they're really great puzzles. Like, they're very ingenuitive. So, chapter 4, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I barely have any complaints. It's really good.
Not as good as your aiming, apparently.
Yeah, my aiming sucks. It still sucks. PS4. Yeah, highly advanced graphics, higher FPS. It did not help my aiming prowess. Unfortunately. Damn it.
What the... Ooh. Die, planet, die!
Oh my god, special moves. Yeah, somebody actually mentioned we haven't been using super moves enough, and that's because, well...
Whoa, 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 what's this Wii shit?
I mean, I have not been using super moves enough, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
But hey, I don't want to ruin the magic for people.
I thought you said the Monokumas wouldn't attack us if you were here.
This is strange. What in the world is this?
Hey, you weren't lying when you said you wouldn't trick us.
I got a feeling that he's
If
bullshitting
I
you.
wanted to deceive you, I would not have removed.
No, but he's a man of action. A kid of action, sorry.
They
He,
must have found
if
out
he
you
wants you
betrayed
out,
them.
he's gonna kick you out. And then probably scheme behind your back, but you're still gonna get out first.
That's wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna kick you out of the city and then shoot you in the back of the head.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You made it out. Kaboom!
Again, sorry, out of ideas, you know.
The megaphone secretly has a bomb in it, so Byakuya was behind it the whole time!
I'm sure she'd understand if I explained it to her properly.
Also, I do like this.
High
It's a
Yeah.
kid thinking
Keep on saying
after
that, Mr.
they've done
Genius
something bad
schooler.
and thinking, oh yeah, it's okay if I explain it to them. It's like, I didn't destroy that vase, Mom and Dad, on purpose. There was a reason for it. Hey, here's the last people in the bio section. Another person who's died. This is Taichi Fujisaki.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, this is these are the last 3 people we haven't looked at. It was Taichi, Kurokuma, and Makoto himself. I just always love looking at these little bios here. Ooh, and we have some new, oh, yes! Daily Effort. That is a great move that we are going to use. It gets us so much more experience. I wish I would have done that before that fight, but c'est la vie.
What does experience do?
Let's go.
As far as I can tell, leveling up doesn't really do much.
Bodies everywhere.
If you are playing the way I am, experience is extremely important. The only thing experience does is raise your level, and the higher your level, the more skills you can equip. So
Nice.
every time you level up, let's say you have a skill that takes 5, you need 5 extra levels, so it is important. And I think there's actually a trophy for getting up to level 99. I don't think we'll be seeing that at the end of this playthrough.
Nope.
This part's kind of garbage, even though it's kind of funny.
Don't tell me he's going to just be sitting there and cowering the entire time.
A little bit, but thankfully these Monokumas are really dumb, and they they line themselves up perfectly to where if you kill the one in the middle, the other one's... Oh, well...
Oops.
Never mind!
You've been fooled!
Exactly. They like to take a long time and project their attack. They're like, hey, look at me, I'm gonna throw this bomb at you. Yeah, you see this one right here on my paw? You're gonna get hit by this. Alright, here it comes.
Boy, you'd think these Monokumas are highly advanced artificial intelligences or something like that.
I think it's also because they have an ego.
Sure.
Like, it's an artificial intelligence that's extremely smart but likes to gloat. It's like the Tony Stark of robot animals. Or the Sherlock Holmes.
This is all we got, huh?
There's another caveat, I guess, I would say about Chapter 4, even though I really like it story-wise. There's a lot of fighting.
No, like, I have no more love for this game. I started this game thinking, oh, this isn't bad. I actually kind of like it. Now I've turned my back. Turned my back.
Oh god, that Monokuma's gonna blow up the kids! No! Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess they're fine.
Gotta watch out for those contextual saving invisible wall. I don't know where I was going with that.
Monocontext Kuma.
Ooh, that could work. Monocontextual walls. Back here. Hello.
The conductor's 48 hours. Lyrical sexual prose!
This is a spoof on 50 Shades of Grey.
It is?
A little bit. At least that's what I took from it because of the S&M line. And Toko's known for writing somewhat lovey, filthy novels, so apparently she doesn't like S&M.
No, she just needs to have,
Which reminds me.
it just needs to be written well.
Okay, I can see that. So if it's just trashy for the sake of being trashy, but it's written like a 5th grader, that's not appealing.
Yeah, I mean, if you just have S&M just to, you know, get people's rocks off, I mean, that'll probably be good for some people, but it wouldn't be lasting. It wouldn't mean anything. What does the S&M mean to the protagonist? Does she like the way it makes her feel? Is it where she felt like, you know, she's been in control of everything, and now when she loses that control, it's what makes her really feel alive? Come on! Develop some characters!
Cruel. You're right.
I love the idea of a character who wants... They really want to feel the character when it comes to, like, smutty fiction. Or nonfiction.
Well, I mean, if you have good characters, then, you know, wouldn't stand to show that they were good characters. You'd like to see them have... You know, whatever. I'm not going to talk about this with you.
I will say that. Having a good character in something that isn't that good, you still care about what happens to them. Hey, look! It's Aloysius Pennyworth! This is Byakuya's butler. Then, yeah, that's certainly a face.
I hope he's dead. Just so he
Young
can-
master, it is time for bed.
I'm not going to go to bed. You are going to go to bed, you filthy worm!
Don't make me get your parents. I sold them ages ago.
I'm just so uninvested in this series, I can't even make good improv about Byakuya anymore.
Well, just make improv about what you see on your desk. That's how it always works.
Okay,
I've got this...
I'm sure he's
I've got a snow globe of the Buddha.
There you go. Does that mean the Buddha is the snow globe, or the snow globe is the Buddha?
No, I mean, he's in the snow globe.
Oh, he's in the snow globe?
Yeah, it's a Buddha snow globe.
Is that where he's been hiding the whole time?
Well, it's just been hanging out, really, just sitting around, just having a good time, you know?
Let's play.
How much snow is he covered in?
Don't come near me.
It's not really snow, it's kind of like, you know, a glitter type thing.
Ah. Oh geez. So the Buddha likes to glitter.
Yes. Oh, you're speeding it up, thank you.
Yes. This part, I had a strange feeling it was not going to end. In fact, this part is where I ran out of ammo completely. Because there are so many fucking Monokuma.
There's a catch, isn't there?
No, this is the final time you have to protect Nagisa, so they decided, you know, let's make it to where you have to use all of your resources and all of the bullets you've acquired so far. They do give you a lot of ball Monokuma that you can roll into the shield guys, but I didn't understand that at the correct time, so just enjoy me losing all my ammo.
No, I'm not enjoying any of this.
Well, you're not the one playing. Oh yeah, and then they throw in Junk Monokuma.
This is a little silly, man.
No, you're saying Danganronpa silly?
Among other things.
It is serious enough to where I must defend it online. Do not make fun of my pairings, thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna get some real stimulating comments about me hating this game. And you know what? I don't care. Play some better fucking games, people.
I will say we haven't had, we've had about the same amount defending this as we've had defending Doki Doki Literature Club, so you know what that tells you.
You know, I would defend Doki Doki Literature Club over this game any day.
Well, I mean, it's just a gradual slope at this point. I mean, the next project we're going to do might be worse than this, I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be...
You already know what it is.
I'm thinking of like 5 other things, actually.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many ideas that I throw your way that it's just like, well, is that what we're doing? I don't know.
Hey, look, bodies. Are we gonna sit here and talk about it for 15 fucking minutes? Yep!
Not talking about the bodies. We're going to talk about it for like 30 seconds, and then we're going to get into some backstory. Which, this chapter is actually got a lot of, and it's kind of good backstory.
Enemies. That's not what she asked.
You said it before, right? It's because you're afraid of adults?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game of all time?
We can't help it but
My favorite game of all time?
adults.
Oh, man.
The adults just
Of
don't
all
exist.
time. Like, if this was the only video game you were ever allowed to have.
Oh,
Why are you so afraid of adults?
really tough. But I think it might have to be Okami.
We Warriors of Hope are classmates in the Hope Speak
Okay.
Elementary program.
I mean, why else
We were in
would I
the
have bought the game
classroom
4
where we
separate
called
times?
leaders, but I resented
Yeah.
all the troublemakers.
I have never bought
Sound as
any
if we
game,
ourselves
except for maybe
were the
like
cause
certain
of
NES
trouble.
games that Nintendo
That's
keeps selling
not
back to
right.
me. I never had a game more than
Girls are
Okami.
created
I've
by
got
adults.
the PS2 version. I've got the digital PSV
They say
version,
kids
the
forget their parents.
East Asian version for PS3,
Yeah.
and I've got the PS4
Without
version.
Exaggeration, the worst, like demons.
When I get my Switch, you know, it's not guaranteed if I'm going to get Okami or not, but hey, you know.
It might happen.
So what's your favorite game of all time? Better not be this.
It's Resident Evil 4.
Fair enough.
Going by the same parameters that you had, I have bought so many copies of Resident Evil 4. And go figure, I've been using them!
You gonna get the Zeebo edition?
Fuck no, I don't know what a Zeebo is.
It's a Brazilian game.
Yeah, exactly! I can do without a Brazilian game, thank you, for a Brazilian system.
And it wasn't just at home. I received the same expectations at school.
So
as well.
I have one
My
quick
father
question.
was a
Yes.
teacher at our school.
Hope's Peak
He was a
Academy
researcher of
is
children's
supposed to be the place where the best of the best of the best of the best go to school, right?
Yes.
Where do they go to college?
Hope Speak Academy, if you can graduate from there, you can succeed anywhere. So basically, you
Yeah,
skip
but
college.
if you don't have a degree, no one's gonna hire you.
But you're the best.
I mean, if you're like the ultimate programmer, you would probably need a degree in computer science. So, despite if you're the best or not, you need some sort of, you know, you need some documentation proving that.
But you've already proved that you're the best at programming.
No, you haven't. You went to school because you claim to be the best at programming, but that's what you go to college for, so you can refine your.
But if you're already the best, why do you need more?
Because by the time you go to college, you're in your early to mid 20s, and we can't. Kids don't want to see shit like that in their animes.
So we didn't fight it. Instead,
But it's high school.
Ugh.
Now, there's actually a line in the Danganronpa 3 anime which actually describes this really well, where the cast from Danganronpa 2, they're not in class when their new teacher comes along, and they point out that since we're Ultimates, class is optional. So just as long as they do their final exam and graduate, they're set for life.
If you don't want it,
But-
give it to me.
You need higher education!
They already have the highest education. It's Hope Speak Academy.
No, they don't. They just have their ingrained talent. But they would take their talent and refine that to something great.
But they're already the
Even
best.
better. They can get better than the best.
There's no way to refine 100%. If you're already the best, there is
Well,
no
just
getting
show
past
up at
that.
college for like a semester and get graduate early with honors.
Dream as well. The dream of creating a children's paradise.
It's like, oh, I'm the ultimate fucking, I don't know, I'm the ultimate engineer. Oh, really? Where did you get your engineering degree? Oh, I didn't. I just got a high school education.
Yeah.
Then fuck off!
It was as if we saw the light.
You go to college. Well, you also go to college to learn more than just a trade or whatever. You learn about math and literature, art, science, shit like that.
I think this is the issue here. You're trying to apply this to real world.
Based on such lies, we decided to fight against these.
Oh, excuse me.
As far as I remember, the first adult we defeated was a random person we didn't
No, I
know.
understand completely what you're talking about. It really doesn't make sense when you say it out loud. But that's just what happens here. You're absolutely the best. There's no way you're going to get better. And then you're just done. Now, you can automatically throw a wrench into this thought process that
Oh, I've
being the
got a
best
whole
is something-
toolbox to throw in the
Well,
process.
I know you got a toolbox because when you think about a lot of the talents that have gone through these games, a lot of them aren't applicable to jobs.
Yes, and you would need to go to college so you can get a degree. See, I mean, come on.
Let's just say this, because it's not properly explained, I don't think, anywhere. High school's sake, that's how you graduate. You do your final exam using your ultimate ability, and then that's it for high school. College, completely different ballgame. Let's say that,
Sounds like it's too late.
because it's never explained.
Of course it isn't, because you say you're set for life.
That's the truth. And because of that,
In your field, but I don't think luck is a very viable job. Unless you're, like, finding landmines or something.
Our parents.
You killed your parents?
That was a special battle that can only be fought once.
RPG comparisons.
From there, Operation Children's Paradise began.
What is this, a game?
And we started freeing other children. By doing
Don't get
so,
too self-aware, the
advance
game
of
might
the
blow
Warriors
up.
Of Hope seemed unstoppable, but just when things
So
were
here's
going
your bit of backstory.
Big Sis Junko died.
Nagisa
By
has
some idiot.
high expectations from everybody,
And we lost our
including his
guide.
parents, who
We didn't know what to
hooked
do.
him up to an IV drip so he wouldn't
Monica
fall
came
asleep,
to
so he
despair.
could study more and more and more.
All we gotta do is
Having
fulfill
parents
the
that
dream Big Sis Junko gave
Have
us.
high expectations of their children is something that is actually applicable to the real world, but this just shows it at a percentage higher than the best.
That didn't matter vanished.
There. That's what I wanted to get to. So right now we're dealing with
That moment,
a few different types of
that
abuse. We
was the
have
real beginning
physical.
of the revolution.
We have, I don't know what Jotaro's was. That was kind of stupid. He's so pretty, so let's shun him.
Emotional abuse.
Okay, emotional. Let's go with that. So we got physical, we got emotional, we got sexual, we've got,
Education and love for family
what do you even call
and
over
create
expectations?
paradise. That is our hope.
You guys. you
'Cause I
really
consider
don't
that
understand
emotional,
that you're doing
but that's
something
not
very
right.
wrong.
Well, then maybe Jotaro's was mental abuse.
These are beliefs
Okay,
that
mental,
adults
and now we've got
define.
emotional.
First off,
So those are 4 different types of abuse that are shown
in all evil,
absolutely
there's
blown out of
something
proportion,
good.
but
And in the
a few of those
same way,
actually really
justice
work.
always hurts someone.
E-
There's
Even
no
though I
pure justice either.
hate to say it,
Are we really
one
gonna
of the
stand
worst
around
ones
waxing philosophical with
kinda
some
works.
little brat? I want to know why you guys chose Toa City.
Maybe to you.
Not only that, how did you guys get that army
Well,
of Monokumas?
It's kind of hard
The
to
one
take
who
things
chose
seriously
to
when we've
prepare
got,
Monokumas
pink,
was Monica.
weird-looking
Isn't
things
she
up. It's just...
amazing? She created them with her
Yes.
It's
special
a bit of a tone problem, you
Don't
see.
take any of this seriously.
yeah.
It's just some
It
shit
keeps
talking.
wibble wobbling between, haha, jokey, self-referential meta humor and this really deep, dark shit. It's just
Monica is our
Doesn't-
princess.
Yeah, this game in
Never allow
particular,
that.
because the other games actually did it pretty well, where you knew there was a strict divide of when to be serious, when to be funny.
That's true.
Like the social links in the first and second game. That was the cutoff of, okay, no more serious, let's have some funny.
After all, all this time.
Right, yeah.
And then you knew when the story was going to advance. It was like, okay, it's time to cut off the funny. Now it's time to get serious.
Right to ask you to leave.
This one is a hybrid of both at the same time, all the time. Oh, you can't do that.
Man, I'm glad the series is over.
Oh, it's getting there.
They're making no more Danganronpas, I mean.
Next time on Ultra Despair Girls, guess what? We got a boss fight.
Already?
Yep.
Well, alright.
And you called it about 5 videos ago.